Alex, obviously we were here an hour and a half ago doing the press conference. You didn't see yourself then. Some awful news has come out. Tell us what you know.
If you excuse me the technical terms, Stan Petrov, our captain, has been diagnosed with acute leukaemia. We certainly think it's in the early stages, and Stan will get the best medical attention possible. I spoke to him about half an hour ago. He's typical Stan, defiant, but I think obviously he's concerned about how it's affected his loved ones.
Yeah, obviously thoughts, best wishes go to his, to Stan and his immediate family. We know that he's on his way now, isn't he, to see a specialist with the doctor?
Yep, he's on a train right now, if he's not already in London. And that's the first chance I've had to speak to him. I knew he was getting more tests. And, after the viral condition, we thought it was last week when he had a temperature and reported to the doctor after the game and the bus journey back. And the doc told me yesterday that there was no chance of playing him. He was still run down and we were still waiting some results.
Now, from what I understand about catching leukemia in the early stages, treatment begins almost immediately, I think, doesn't it?
Well, let's put it this way, it's probably that this is the first day of his recovery.
What about the team? Have you had the chance to speak to them?
No, I've not spoke to any of the players. They were away. They were aware, I think a few of them, and one or two that are close to him, that he was awaiting results of further tests. So the players will be gutted, but hopefully galvanised to win this game for their captain tomorrow.
I was going to say, people questioned, as to whether the game would go ahead or not, and I think your chief exec, Paul Faulkner, said that Stillian wouldn't let the game not go ahead. Such were the feelings.
Yeah, Stillian is. I'm sure Stillian would feel that. I didn't discuss that with him, but I'm sure he'll be rooting for the lads tomorrow and sending some of the vibes for these boys to be inspirational in this game against Chelsea. And
tell us about your captain. I mean, what we all see him around here, always got a smile on his face. But just what does he mean to you on and off the pitch?
A well-respected guy. I came to Aston Villa and people had said that you're changing the captaincy, and I saw no reason to change it because Stan's a well-respected player, both in his days up in Scotland with Celtic, national team Bulgaria, and the captain of Aston Villa, and I felt out of respect that Stan should continue to wear the armband, and we had a very good relationship, and I knew him well in my Glasgow days when I was manager of Glasgow Rangers, and I met him every now and again in a restaurant, and Stan was always nothing but polite and humble, and I've always admired the guy.
And will he be at the game, do you think, tomorrow?
I don't know at all. Big man, he's away with the doc today, and I'm not sure of the schedule. He's away to see another top specialist as we speak, and I guess we'll know more tomorrow.
We've spoken quite a lot recently, haven't we, about football coming second. In light of Fabrice Muamba early in the season with Gary Speed, and we're saying it again, I think, aren't we? Yeah,
it's that old perspective cliche, but it's so true. Everybody here is behind Stan, and a lot of the guys, everybody will be, pretty shocked by the news. But as I said, he's a captain, he's a leader, he's a defiant guy, and he's fought many battles on the pitch before, and I'm sure this is another one he'll win.
It is a big battle, and everyone will be behind him. We spoke an hour and a half ago, and people were talking about protests. Now there'll be no such thing tomorrow. There'll be a big galvanised fan squad management. It'll be a big Aston Villa United, won't there, for Stenli and Petrov?
Yeah, I would like to think so. Aston Villa family uniting together and support. There'll be a lot of young players playing as well, so it's very important that the young players feel the warmth from the fans as well. But I'm sure that the fans will be galvanised with the support of Stan.
Now, and when you're in the dressing room tomorrow, just finally, obviously tactics play a part, but will there be words to the tune of "This is for Stan"?
Yeah, I think so. And I know that some of the players are already texting each other and saying that kind of thing to each other, and I'm sure that there'll be no doubt about that at all.